major
Real talk, you niggas is bitch, so sit down. We want more pussy, so load your clips now. We soldiers, gangsters, you in some shit now. Big guns outside, finna blow your shit down. Real talk, you niggas is bitch, so sit down. We want more pussy, so load your clips now. We soldiers, gangsters, you in some shit now. Big guns outside, finna blow your shit down. Big bad Mr. Heroin, nigga, I'm busting veins, still STG, motherfucker, ain't nothing changed.
Welcome to the show, No Filter, with the Kev and special guest, Mookie. We're not going by real names. We don't do that. We don't give a fuck about none of that. This is the show where nothing is off limits. We don't aim to offend you, but if you get hit, oh fucking well. Today's topics, we're going to talk about RelationSHITS, and then we're going to end up talking about PoliSHITS, solely because the upcoming election, and we just feel the need to shit on everybody's candidate. Kev, we had a conversation already. We're starting the podcast. We're about to make this happen. Word?
Word.
Mook, welcome.
I'm down. I'm ready to do it.
All right. Kev, pose your question that was posed about the RelationSHITS. Because, Mookie, you don't know about this yet, so this shit's going to be really interesting.
So, the question that was posed to me was more so about how many times a week should partners basically get a nut off, just put it out there, right? Like, they feel like they should limit it to a certain number because they don't want to fuck. Like, they ain't got 2 hands and 3 holes. You know what I mean?
You all right? You gonna
right.
like it?
I'm good. You go ahead. Hey, go ahead. Just go the fuck on. Just do you. Because I was really sitting here counting for a second. I was like, wait, 1, 2, 3. I was like, okay, good, okay. I had to make sure we was on point. I was fucked up. Go ahead, continue. So, the whole point of the conversation was basically, well, the shorty was like, I can't, I'm not going to go every day. I'm like, well, you don't have to fuck him every day. You know what I'm saying? But if he wants one other day, I feel like he should get his one other day. Just like if you want to get your rocks off and his dick ain't working or he should have the fuck, shit. You got swords, he got hands and a tongue. He better get to work too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're all in agreement. Yeah, it's like
there's really no argument.
Yeah, but see, that's why we need the shorty. Oh well, fuck it. At the end of the day, this is just how relationships should work. We should be give and take. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Like if you can't function, you need to figure out a way to function. No fucking excuses. Because there ain't no excuses when the bills is due. So when this nut is due, shit needs to happen.
My whole thing is, I feel like people are selfish and they only want to do something when it's going to benefit them all the time. And people are so stuck up on this whole, because I'm like, look, don't give them a reason to cheat. Well, he shouldn't cheat anyway. That response tells you that they're comfortable. Because they're right there. So, because you shouldn't cheat, are you saying that you don't have to do that because you shouldn't cheat? Or should you do that and not even give it a thought of him cheating at all? See, that right there, I agree wholeheartedly with you. Because, like, shit like that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody ever fucking say ever about anything. I was like, you're going to blame me for cheating on you when you're not doing what the fuck you're supposed to do as a significant other or as a girlfriend or whatever, even just a fucking jump off. That's your fucking job. Your main fucking mission in life is to fucking keep that other person fucking happy. I don't give a fuck what. That's it. You are supposed to do what you're supposed to do. End the story. All that fucking, well, he cheated on me, it's his fault. She cheated on me, it's her fault. No, bitch, it's your fault for not doing what the fuck you were supposed to do. Now, I will say, there are those idiot men who will have a chick that does shit like that and still cheat. And something wrong with them. Because if she's taking care of her business, she should have no reason to go nowhere else. Period. It shouldn't cross your mind. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to say it shouldn't cross your mind. Because, there's some bitches in the world that the shit has to cross your mind. I shouldn't have the ability to do it because you should have took care of it before I left. I'll go. look, the thought has crossed your mind.
Well, you wouldn't be a man if it didn't cross your mind. Like, I'm not saying the fault of fucking, because you know, she's sick. I mean, you're gonna lust automatically. So I'm saying the actual fault of acting on cheating. Like, yo, you know what? I think I should go and cheat on Shorty. No, I don't want to fuck that shit. But you know what? I'm straight.
Yeah, like, you know, like if Shorty is handling her business and you looking forward to getting to the crib and making it happen, then yeah, the thought happens. It's just like, you know what? Fuck this. I got something better at the crib. But if you go to the crib and the crib is a war zone or a battleground, I'm trying to have a reprieve. That's just
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's real no bullshit war terminology. It's not always the battlefield. Sometimes I got to be in the rear with the gear.
But I'm the thing though, because I'm not always biased and I'm not one side here. If she accepts that, she needs to be able to do this thing for her as well. Because at the end of the day, when I think about relationships, it's a partnership. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can't really always expect for people to deliver what you can't deliver yourself either. So the guys out here are like, oh yeah, do that. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, dude, you gotta do it too. So you know, little bitch, look that motherfucking kitty cat. You know what I mean? Shit.
Well, if they not rubbing their face in it, then it's their own fault. Because if she decides she want to get blue caked up with some other motherfucker who want to eat the pussy, then oh well. If he's smooth enough to talk her out the panties, you asked out.
Yeah, hey, you can't even get mad. And she bad, I will. Shit. You can't even get mad at that. If a nigga smooth enough to talk your bitch about her panties, then fucking hey, you ain't that my bitch. That's your bitch. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like at the end of the day, that's a done deal. You can take that. That's it. That's just the rule.
Take all that bitch's problems too. That note.
Hey man. Take her kids, them bills. You taking all that shit. You taking every little bit of that shit. That little mouth, that little quick spurt. Now, bitch, get out. Take all your shit with you.
You sound like
I'm only saying bitch because I don't know you individually.
Look,
I get mad because I do like this shit right here, man. Like I'm telling you, if you can fuck my bitch, at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say I did nothing wrong. But at the end of the day, if you smooth enough, you taking that bitch with you. That's the end of the story. Like you ain't finna you ain't finna come at me talk about motherfucker, take that shit with you. Fuck that. I don't need that. It's too much put you in this world.
I'm not necessarily a proponent of that. While it's funny to say, at the end of the day, I have this concept where if there's 10 boxes and one box ain't checked, I'm not gonna get rid of my shit if it's 90% good. But typically, if the one box ain't checked, that means some other boxes ain't checked too. That's just how it typically works. Because we're not gonna have this conversation, we're not gonna have this problem, and we're not gonna be in this situation if the other boxes was checked. Because you know I'm gonna want to fuck you, you're gonna want to fuck me, and everybody happy. But like if the finance box ain't checked, if the kid rearing box ain't checked, if the cleanliness box ain't checked, then yeah, I mean I kind of don't want to be bothered with you sometimes. So you know if you feel like that other motherfucker is accepting of that kind of shit, then I guess you can do what the fuck you want to do. And then we get into your scenario where if you decide you want to go get fucked, then be gone and keep getting fucked.
Sure. I ain't gonna try to be like, oh well, you know the sex was bad. Well, did you tell him? No. Well, that's your fucking fault.
Yeah, bitches don't know, most bitches don't know about their own body, so they don't get to determine if sex is bad or not. That's real shit.
What happens when you find that's right, you find somebody you ain't know about. They're like, oh, yeah.
Like yeah,
don't worry.
Like
I know where it's at.
The last 10 motherfuckers you was with didn't know what the fuck they was doing, so now you think you know what you doing and you don't. That's you know, that's your problem, not mine.
That's true.
So in keeping with the spirit of relationships, though, Mook, you have to understand, like me and Kev has already had this discussion clearly. We were talking about chivalry, right? And the idea that chivalry is dead, and how that coincides with relationships, and what the expectations of relationships are, because this is really the conversation stemmed off of all of that shit. When you get to the part about expectations and chivalry, and then the lack of understanding of what chivalry actually is and what the role of those women were in that time, you know, what's your take on that? Or do I need to break that all the way down? Because, you know, I know the listeners probably don't know, but I'll make some motherfuckers Google that shit. It is what it is. So,
I think, and you know what? Chivalry is, I'm not going to say necessarily dead. I think it's more, it's unappreciated is what it is. Because mainstream things have just made chivalry just like it's either weak or it's just unappreciated. Like, because you can open the door for a woman and they don't even say thank you. They'll keep it moving like it was something that was expected of you. Like, no, that's not. This is something that I do out of courtesy. It ain't something that I'm going to do because I'm a man and you a woman. You want equalness. You want to be equal, but then you don't want to be equal. Like, Beyonce got these girls heads gassed up. Like, listen, I'm just going to throw it out there. Like, that's one of the main things I hate about this. And it's just like everybody's going to be independent, but then you want to be treated a certain way. Like, you got to make up your mind. Like, because at the end of the day, back then, women was barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest. Like, that's what it was. It ain't like that no more. Now women out making men and men wasn't staying at home and shit just all out of whack, but then you still want to be carried across the threshold. You want your door open. You want your chair pulled out. Yeah. That is, yeah.
I think the word we're looking for here is entitlement. They feel like they are entitled to it without doing anything. Like, you should do this no matter what I do. And, you know, I don't know if, you know, I mean, and I don't know if you're for the Bronx Air or not, but, you know, I'm about to go and push you in the car and walk behind it and see you open my door from the passenger side.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Greatest scene from any movie ever.
Ever. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but, you know, it's just that so many people feel entitled. Like, hey, I should get this because of this. And it's like, well, what do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, why should I have to do this every time? Like, I went on a date one time, way back when, and we was going to a restaurant, right? Shorty was walking way too fast for my pace. You know, my little walking ass. And she got to the door before me. You know what this bitch did?
Walked in the door.
She just stood there. She just stood there.
Oh, she's still waiting.
Yeah. Hey,
we would still be waiting.
We was some wait motherfuckers. I was like, yo, you get that? You know what I mean? Look, I waited my ass off. Like, look, I mean, I don't know what kind of guy she engaged in this, but I'm not the one for that. So, you know, I'm all about being chivalrous. I'm not going to run to the door to beat you there. And if you get there first, you need to open your own door. You know what I mean? Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of fancy shit she thought she was, but hey, I just try to be fancy. I ain't fancy enough to do that. So
I guess that door gonna open magically because we just looking at it.
Hey, she better motherfucking clip her heels and wiggle her nose.
Hey, look, for real.
She needs to something.
Even if the door was an automatic door, I'm trying to close that motherfucker on her at that point.
Hey, ain't no let be one little spin doors. You're gonna run around that motherfucker quick. I'm gonna push that thing so fast he can't get out.
Telling you.
Hey, oh yeah.
Now, like
you
know, the whole chivalry thing. I think the chivalry thing is interesting, and it might be because I'm so well versed in certain topics. I don't think motherfuckers know what chivalry actually is. Like, I know how people apply it, and I know how people think that it coincides in some way, shape, or form with the ideas that we have now and today. But like, there's commandments to chivalry. One of them got something to do with the church. And there's something about giving, and like one is like some shit about performing scrupulous deeds with your feudal duties. And I don't think motherfuckers really understand what the fuck chivalry is. In all seriousness, like, I understand that we all have a common definition that we think this shit is. But if we gonna be out and having this conversation about chivalry, and chivalry being dead, and what bitches is supposed to do, because bitches is the ones expecting it, and they the ones saying it. they need to start wearing big ass dresses and carrying my horse type shit. Like that means you work on my car because that's my horse now, or my bike. like seriously, like when you really think about it, because you're talking about a time when men used to go off to war and fight, and you know that was the thing. Like you know you don't love another land that you weren't born in. Like these are fucking parts of the codes of chivalry. No bullshit. It's not the idea that I hold the door open for you because that wasn't part of chivalry. That's just what bitches think it is.
But you know what? I am okay with the way society wants to define it because I'm not no super technical dude anyway, right? So that's cool and all that, and I'm okay with doing it. I don't mind opening doors for a lady or for a woman, but if bitches out here feel entitled, look, man. They better open my door, pour my tea in my cup, and put it to my mouth so I don't gotta lift up my arm. But they want to act like that. We can say, and that goes, but and see that goes back into like it goes both ways. It's like you said, yeah, it goes both ways. So what happened to women bringing men they plate? You know what I'm saying? What happened to fucking shit like that? You know, like come home to a clean house. All this shit is intertwined into each other. You see what I'm saying? Like this, like you said, you want me to do shit, but I gotta come home to a dirty crib. I gotta come home to a damn stove being fucking cold as fuck because there ain't no food in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Refrigerator empty. Like what? Everybody got a role. Everybody got a responsibility at the end of the day. You want me to open doors and fucking take my jacket off to put that shit over puddles and shit because you seen that in fucking Medea, How to Get Away with Love or some bullshit like that. But then again, I come home and there ain't no fucking food on the table. Like, come on, man, it's gotta be both ways. Everybody wants something. Everybody gotta treat each other the same way. That's what it's supposed to be. And look, I'm not gonna say I can't cook. Let's put that out there for all you know that. So, you know, stuff. I can't cook. but if I got a shorty that's cooking, look, she ain't gotta ask me to even do the dishes. They're done right when she finishes one of the plates. I'm gonna knock that out because, you know, you still gotta show them in some kind of way they are appreciated. I can't do it verbally, so I do stuff like that. And they don't always appreciate it because they want to hear shit. But, you know, I do stuff like that. But then, you know, you got, again, I'm not just here to one side. You do have the guys that are ungrateful and they really be cooking for them. They don't do the dishes. They are serving wherever they sitting at. You know what I mean? And some of them are nice enough to do it. But so you put that point with too. They can't be expecting all this stuff from the women if they ain't putting out their part either. So it does go both ways. I agree. 50-50. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a partnership. But some of the people have these ego problems and they feel like they need to go ahead and date the weaker species. But in the real world, you know what I'm saying, an alpha male is an alpha female. And they both know when they need to be submissive to the other to feed the alpha in them so it's satisfied, and then they will willingly be submissive when it's needed.
Tabernacle. I had to do that.
Google me, bitch. I'm famous.
Like that's real shit. You know, like I agree with the entirety of the statement, except for there's one little like small portion that I'm just not a fan of. It's the 50-50 split. When you say that, it's like if I give 50 and you give 50, my 50 might be more than your 50. So I'm not a fan of that. Like
we're talking about effort.
Yeah. See, the reason I'm not a fan of that is because my 50 might be more than your 50. I just say we both maximize and give 100%. Like if I give 100% effort to you and you give 100% effort to me, there's no complaints. Because I realize that you pack all your resources. Like you have nothing left to give.
I feel like we're saying the same thing in different ways, but
yeah, absolutely.
I can look at it I mean the same thing the same.
Yeah, no. See, the purpose of that little interruption from me was so the motherfucking listeners, we talk to each other all the time. We don't have to explain to each other. We know we talking about the same shit. Right. This is for the ignorant motherfuckers who are listening. Who don't know, and they be like, oh, if I give 50% of myself, he should give me 50%. No, bitch, you need to give 100%. Kev said 50 because he's talking in fucking figurative terminology. You need to give 100% of yourself, or if you don't give 100% of yourself, your man can go give another 10% worth of dick to some other broad. Period.
Look, if they made it past the 2 hands and 3 all time, they're a real MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit, because it stuck the fuck out of me for a minute.
Oh shit. Look, I'm just saying though, like, and you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? That there's a certain one of them hoes that you know, someone utilize, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the ideology behind it. You know what I mean? Like you got.
I'm not hard pressed to put nothing in nobody's ass. I'm good on that.
Hey, look, I know, but I gotta say that because a lot of chicks I know be talking about how dudes be like begging to do it. I'm like, well, go get locked up and go to jail. You can get all the booty you want.
I mean, at the end of the day,
they gotta take that booty man in there.
Well, those are those dudes who are scared to be as gay as they really are, because clearly they just want head and ass, and you can get that from a man. So if that's what you into, homeboy, do that. Just leave the women alone. They not into that shit all the time. If the dude's into that, go for it. Like help her out. If she needs to be stroked out in that way, stroke her out in that way. But other than that, like, nah, you ain't. If you don't offer or you don't ask, I don't need to be in your asshole. I'm good.
Right. I'm not gonna say they going for nothing like that.
That's the toilet paper and shit. That's it.
Look. And now if I put it on get wet enough for me, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And they want to put it tight. Hey, they need to set the girls up in the bathtub with some warm water so it tighten up a little bit. They'll be alright. You know what I'm saying?
Do something. Do something.
Hey, you're right. Exactly.
I do not need no ass. I'm good.
When I say, when I say I'm trying to get some ass, that's just a term for
That's a figure of speech. That ain't literal.
It ain't literal at all. I'm trying to get some ass.
I feel like I had to chime in on this because I don't want nobody thinking that I'm in the ass of that, because I was laughing more than I was actually commenting. So I had to make sure that I stepped in on this part because look, I wasn't worried about the motherfucker case. You'll be alright. You ain't got nothing to say.
You know what I mean? But if you still comment and say that, go ahead, put your little disclaimer out there. I do not like the booty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But
shit.
So now you said it. I'm questioning you now.
And you see, and it was a catch-22. You see what I'm saying? It was like once I said it, I opened that door up. You see what I'm saying? It was like,
no.
You opened the back door up. You talking about opening the door? Look, are you a butt pop?
You know what?
Let's keep it moving. This ain't about me. Let's keep it moving. This ain't about me. Let's forward. Let's go forward.
You're gonna put the back door up, boy. I got some sticking in the back. Watch out.
Let's go ahead and move forward. All right, what we talking about? We talking about chivalry? All right, let's go. Back on top. All right.
I'm sitting down while I'm having this conversation. I don't know if Mookie's behind me.
You know what? This was my fault. This was my fault. I brought this on myself. I hate to get my fault.
You might watch the party because you might get that over in front of you. You never know what's going on now.
Oh my God. You know what? This was my fault. I apologize. This was my fault. I should have left it alone. You know what? I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Hey, Mookie, rule number 1, you know what I mean?
True.
There's a lesson in here.
Oh, man. If you don't learn nothing else, that's what you need to learn.
Fuck what they think. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, if you happen to be, homosexual or are you into that type of shit, do you, homie?
I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
I'm the most non-judgmental person there probably is.
No,
I don't care about none of that.
I think I might have you beat.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and try to compete because,
I was like, y'all about to go into a competition. I didn't know what was going to happen right there.
Well,
I mean, I don't know how to compete.
We're not going to compete. I'm going to say I'm less judgmental than Kev because Kev judges me all the time.
But D, you deserve it all the time.
Oh. What? Well.
That is
Hey, look. You judge criminals, that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it.
Word up. I'll take that. I'll take that. Now let's again back to the topic, the chivalry and entitlement and fuck, not even bitches. Like I know, it sounds, since I'm such a like part of the fucking He-Man Woman Haters Club from the Little Rascals, it sounds like I'm just vilifying bitches. No, I'm vilifying weak ass dudes too. I'm just not a fan. If you feel entitled to anything, you suck at life, because don't nobody owe you shit.
Well, I feel like I speak for all of us when I was jumping in and saying from the other perspective as well. You know what I'm saying? So you do that shit, and like I said, I know some dope shorties that, you know, they were some whack ass dudes that took advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? So
understatement.
they exist. They exist, and they don't deserve no good shit like that. The problem is,
you know,
somehow they still, you know.
Like, I want to agree with that, right? In my heart, I want to agree with that. The little frozen tundra that beats. Yes, shut up, Kevin. The frozen tundra that beats the desolate wasteland that is considered my heart. I definitely want to agree with that. The problem here is most of the shorties that I know that I feel that way about, they come with their own issues. And while I may know the issues, the dude may not know the issues, so he doesn't understand when they manifesting into the relationship. So, you know, like that got to do with being, you know, an outright liar. Like, don't be a liar. If you come with some shit, say you come with some shit. Like, if you're the type of broad that needs to have multiple dicks on your team, then, you know, tell your dude that. And y'all can go toy shopping or whatever the fuck. And if that multiple dick don't work, then you need to find you a dude that is okay with you taking multiple dicks.
And then that's what it boils down to is, like, you got to let people know what the fuck your issues are and what you got going on. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day.
But the problem here is, so let's keep it 100, right? I know y'all got jokes, but I'm a genuinely nice guy.
Whoa, stop. They're going to slow us down. Dude, you are not a presidential candidate. You cannot lie like that on the podcast.
Hey, look, I am generally a nice guy to the people that I fuck with.
Okay.
The problem, like people know, like, if they don't got no shirt on, like, can't need a shirt because I got one. Fuck it, it came out a little bit. We good. But anyway, I get labeled by some people as an asshole. I'm not a self-proclaimed asshole by any means. But the problem where they confuse asshole is with honesty. So a lot of people can't take the truth. So, like, I go on dates. The first date, I'm like, look, this is what everyone has told me my flaws are. This is what I think are accurate flaws from my personal biased perspective. Like, this is where I think my flaws are. Dude, they be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? They don't say nothing, but they don't ever tell me theirs. Or if I'm on a date and it's always the other guy's fault, we're done dating right now. Because if it's always his fault, that means that you think you're perfect. I can't rock with you. But people can't say honesty. They think lying to spare someone's feelings is the right thing to do. It's weird. And if someone is giving constructive criticism on how to improve and it hurts your feelings or you get sad, well, then clearly you don't care enough about them to improve or you to improve upon yourself. And you got bigger issues to worry about. I agree.
Really nothing else to say about that. That's pretty much, that's on point. People can't stand to hear the truth.
Nope, it's just like in, what's that movie? You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
It's socially acceptable to a lot of people. It's almost borderline cliche. If you tell the truth, you're a horrible person. Like, if I went up to a chick right now, I said, you are a fat, blubbery motherfucker, I will be ostracized. But you're fat. What's wrong with the truth? You're fat.
So, I will say, I'm not going to walk around blatantly volunteering information, especially stating the obvious to people or something like that. But if you ask me the question, I'll give you the answer. I'm not going to walk up and be like, yo, you ugly shit. What the fuck happened to you? You know what I mean? I ain't going to do no shit like that. But, yo, how do I look? You don't look good. But it's so acceptable. Like, you have, like, it's funny because if certain people are professional or being political, basically means a lie.
That's pretty much what it is.
Hey, you didn't tell the truth. That wasn't very professional. So, I mean, hey, you didn't lie. That wasn't professional. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a degree in lying. I don't have any degrees, but I'm just saying.
But it's the way you, and they go about how the way you say shit too. It's all about how you present it. Like, you can actually tell the truth and present it wrapped in a lie, and that's still almost socially acceptable. But it just depends on how you deliver it too.
Okay, so if you're my manager, Mookie, and I'm not saying the Mookie that we know, but if you're a manager and I walk up to you and say, you gotta get a manager. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? Who are you talking to like that? You know what I'm saying? True.
But it's true, but I'm not gonna want to hear it because what it boils down to is you're attacking. When you tell somebody the truth, you're attacking something about them. You're attacking a flaw that they're already insecure about to begin with. Because deep down, be pointed out, they probably already know it.
Hey, if you're insecure about some kind of flaw and you don't want to fix it, you're more fucked up than I am for telling the truth.
Sure.
Okay. Well played.
Tabernacle.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. That's well played because that's true. That's true, but at the end of the day, nobody really wants to fix themselves.
Oh, no.
I want to fix myself. I know. I'm not gonna say not every. Okay, I'm not gonna say nobody. Most people don't want to fix themselves. Most people are happy with their, and I'm gonna quote, their fairy tale bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves to live in that fantasy world as to where nothing is wrong with them. They're perfect. And you're just being mean because you're pointing out flaws. No, this is the truth.
Well, we unfortunately live in a society where there's standards that are set by society, right? And some are good and some are bad. But the problem that I run into a lot of times, so look, let's keep going. I'm a pretty fucked up dude about certain things. Like I am emotionally, for the most part, unavailable. Like I don't express my feelings. I don't know how to comfort people in their time of sorrow. It's not because I don't ever feel no kind of way. I just don't know how to verbalize it or do it. That's why Joe Budden is my favorite rapper. He talks a language that I don't know how to speak, but I feel that way. You know what I mean? So, but the problem is society is in such a way where it's like, well, because you don't do that, you're fucked up. So you need to come all the way where I'm at, and you need to change because you don't fit society standards. Versus, well, you know what? If you can try to meet me halfway, I'm gonna go as far as I can go too. And we can meet somewhere in the middle. There's no compromise either, which is another issue. Everyone expects you to cater to them versus trying to find an actual compromise where, you can find that middle ground. True.
Fuck that. Ain't no middle ground. My bad.
Tell me how you really feel.
I mean, I can draw a line in the sand. You can cross it if you want.
The whole compromise, I get compromise. The problem with the compromise thing is most folks give you something that they want to give you, but you give them something you don't want to give. So who's really compromising at that point? Like if you wanted to give up what you gave me, that's not really a fucking compromise. That's a gift. And I don't want your funky ass gift. That's just me. I don't know. I know I'm fucked up though. Like I get that part about myself. Like Kev is quick to be like, look, I get it. I'm emotionally cut off and unavailable. Yeah, I get it. That works. At the end of the day, I'm intolerant and I'm just a generally miserable bastard. So yeah, I own that. I don't have a problem with it right now. If there's somebody in the world who's cool with it, like see y'all know if I call y'all and we having a real conversation, shit's smooth, shit works. We know each other. Like it works. We've known each other for fucking years. Other motherfuckers in the world is like, you want to give me this, so you're giving it to me, and then you think I'm supposed to open up to you for fucking what?
Well, I don't think like that. I think it's more so like, okay, look, I understand this. So I understand even you attempting to do even a little bit is good enough, and I can accept that. Or, matter of fact, I talked to this one shorty, and she said, dude, look, I was about to get divorced already talking to her. I didn't know what was going on. She was talking dirty to me. She was like, sometimes women need to shut up and watch their man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, shorty? I have to tell you because I know you're going to hear this. What's up, shorty? You're a woman.
So she heard that, and I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never really been heard that before. You know what I'm saying? From like a real person. So, to my imagination. So, the fact you said that, I was like, yo, that's dope, because you really gotta sit back and look at, okay, and this goes for guys too, the girls, like, all right, what actually goes back to the whole box metaphor, right? Like, check the boxes. Which box is acceptable? Like, you want a dude that's gonna be super emotional and you don't feel safe around, or it's just like having a girlfriend, or do you want to do that, just everything else, or you want to do that because everything else, but he made like in certain areas, and if you actually understand him and kind of understand, like, look, I thought this my whole life. My whole life growing up, I told one person how I felt about stuff. That was my mom, and that was it. So once he died, I had no one to talk to because I don't trust motherfuckers like that. Or I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm 30 years old. I've been doing this my whole life. So it's hard to break a habit that's been so long. You know what I mean?
True. I get it.
But, people expect you to like, oh, well, you're fucked up, so you need to change. Well, how come you don't need to change? I'm confused because I think you're fucked up. You're not wanting to change at all. Perceptive.
Perception is reality. I think every motherfucker needs to just accept people how they are and not how you want them to be.
Hey, look,
because everybody's got an expectation.
When someone tells me perception is reality, then they're just saying it is okay to judge you based off what I perceive.
Exactly. But that's how people are, though. It is exactly how everybody looks at somebody and they're like, and they're automatically judging them. I don't care who it is. Like, everybody's judging them.
You can't say, look, I'm not a judgmental motherfucker.
But, okay. I'm talking not to y'all, but to everybody. Because I'm not judgmental. You're not.
Most people are judgmental. You can't say everybody.
I can't. No. I can't. Because, you know what? Even most is not giving the world enough credit. Like real shit. Because the handful of people, I fuck with a handful of people. 2 people.
Hey. 2 small motherfuckers because I can't get one person in my hand.
I just say it like this, right? I ain't got no room to judge nobody because I done and been involved in some fucked up shit. So I clearly ain't got no room to be judging no fuck about. That's the reason I don't judge. Like, I guess if I was some other motherfucker who didn't have the background and shit, I guess I might be a judgmental motherfucker. But at this point, I ain't judging shit. I ain't got it to do.
But your life experiences.
Right. Like, I see you out here, you struggling, you going through your shit. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I get it. Like, cool. You do what you gotta do. Like, I ain't mad at you. Like, you gotta sell pussy to feed your kids? Fuck it. Do what you gotta do. I ain't paying, but that's what's up.
Look, whatever people decide to do, or however it doesn't directly affect me in no kind of way. And until it doesn't affect me, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know what I mean? You do what you want to do for you. Don't try to satisfy what I may think is the right thing to do. I don't care. And I say I loosely because obviously I don't give a fuck. But what certain people may care, like people say, oh my goodness, they people getting married. How dare they do that? How does this affect you? I'm confused. It's supposed to be between a man and a woman. Well, actually, getting married is religious, and if you're not religious, then you can't even do that. So, what the fuck are you doing?
Amen.
All right.
All right. So clearly,
I don't even know.
We've ran relationships and people through the mud at this point, and clearly, the next time we get together and have a specific outline topic that we're gonna discuss, we're probably gonna do the same thing to the same amount of people, to the same fucking way, to the same tune, maybe even with background music. Who gives a fuck? But at the end of the day, like, it's we've harped on that. Maybe we'll have a guest in the studio who don't agree with us 3 because clearly that shit. We could talk to each other all day about how we all feel about the rest of these motherfuckers, but whatever. We do that anyway. Yeah, we really do that when y'all ain't listening. We vilify y'all by name. This time we just not doing it by name. The upcoming election, right? Yeah, smooth transition at the 45-minute mark. The upcoming election. What's y'all take? Clearly everybody has their enemies and their favorites and all types of other shit. The political process as a whole, not just the candidates. Let's hear it. Like, go. And I'm not saying, like, don't necessarily say who you choose. Just what's your take on it?
Yeah, I'm liking Bernie Sanders. Fuck that. That's what I'm choosing.
Hey, grab him by the pussy. I'm sorry. Please forgive my outburst. Delete that email.
Sorry, hey, you might do that and can run for president still, so, it must be okay.
Yeah,
Because I guarantee you, if Obama said that shit, he would be like, yo, you got to get the race on me. Nah, we can't have that.
Well, I'm curious. Like you know, like okay,
I know I'm
super well versed. Like I'm super well versed on the topic, right? So I'm gonna give y'all a basic rundown, right? We're not gonna talk about the specific issues, just the gloss overs, right? Obamacare. Do you know where the candidates stand on Obamacare?
As far as I know, and then like I hate to talk because I really I hate politics with a passion to begin with, but it's something that I need to know. But I know that Trump is against Obamacare, and I ain't never really heard Hillary say anything about it. I don't even know if that bitch is for it or against it or what. But I know Trump is.
She wants to expand
it as well.
She wants to expand Obamacare. Okay, but firstly, I'm using the term Obamacare. And I never use it, but I'm using it so everybody knows what the fuck we're talking about. Typically, I would say some super nerdy shit like the Affordable Health Care Act and confuse everybody because that's what it's actually called. But for this purpose, we're going to say Obamacare because I know the majority of people listening are probably fucking idiots. So Obamacare. Yeah, I did that.
I was saying you guys are smart. Thumbs up. No. No, he was right.
Yeah. Okay. So we know Hillary wants to expand it. We know Donald Trump is adamantly against it. Just in case y'all are unaware, Gary Johnson wants to repeal the shit, just like Donald Trump. And Jill Stein, she thinks crystals can heal everything, surprisingly enough. She's one of them holistic medicine chicks, just so y'all know.
Well, for the record, Donald Trump is against anything that comes from anyone that isn't white. So let's just put that out there now.
Okay, listen. Look, for those who don't know, Kevin, you can't say that.
Huh?
Kev, okay. No, all right. Okay, listen. No filter. Okay, Kev. Go. Continue with your fucking white people bashing shit. Go ahead.
I'm not bashing white people. I'm bashing Donald Trump, who, if anybody that is not white says something, that is a horrible idea because it didn't come from a white person. Because
do you hear the Mook?
I'm listening. I want to see where it's going with it. I'm waiting. I'm basically waiting. I'm just like, I want to hear where it goes.
Look, Kev's on some super Black Power militant shit right now.
I'm on some super. Look, let me put some out real quick. I am on some super equality for all, right? The problem I run into is that white people, which hurts me to say because they're my people.
Thank you. But that's what I was getting at. Look, everybody understands.
That's what you was waiting on. That's what he was
waiting on. That's what he was. Kev blacks all white people. It's like, oh my God, what the fuck?
I blasted Donald Trump. Let's put that out there. Anyway, the problem though is I'll speak against stuff that, like, I support Black Lives Matter because they do, right? But the problem is there are still white people out here that have an issue with my stance. And they'll argue with me about it, but their arguments never hold weight, and they never win because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So this whole movement he says that I'm on is not any super, I'm a Black Power movement. I'm just on equality for all. The problem is I run into a lot of white people that tend to tell me stuff. Like, for example, Colin Kaepernick takes a knee. Well, first you sat down. I didn't give a fuck because we used to run from colors. Let's keep it one. You know what I mean? Went down colors. Anyone in the military knows I did it. I ran like a motherfucker, and when someone got caught, we laughed at him. Hey, that's part of the game. But I don't care because, first of all, the national anthem isn't my anthem. It is an anthem that the government utilizes, not the military. Let's put that out there. That's a government thing. The Marine Corps has their own anthem. Every branch has their own anthem. I don't know about the Coast Guard too much, but I don't know if they count. Anyway, they're not real.
Wow.
Their service is important. I just don't consider them military. I'm sorry. Anyway, So, you know, I'm all for it. But people will come here and say, oh, no, he's just in the military. And this comes from people who've never been in the military. How the fuck can you tell me how to feel when you haven't even served? Right? So I can see these arguments. You know, people want to talk all this shit. And, you know, I'm going to stand my ground. But come on, man. Donald Trump must support anyone that's not American. Well, shit, we all need to go and give the natives this whole thing back. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the fuck is on that weirdo. But Donald Trump is what's wrong with this country. You think because you're rich, you can grab shit by the pussy? Look, man. You just showed what we all think about rich people is true. And the fact he's still in the running and there's chicks walking around with shirts on saying something can grab me by the pussy just shows how fucked up our society is. But then again, I mean, do our votes really count? Do our votes really count anyway? I mean, at the end of the day, the electoral college, you know what I'm saying, they make their picks and that's it. We just vote for the fun of it. So, you know, I'm just putting that out there. That's how I feel. Yeah. I don't feel like my vote really counts.
We'll get into the whole reality of the electoral college after the election. I don't want to disenfranchise any of the voters who thinks that their vote actually counts, who actually thinks that.
Too late. I just did it.
I'm going to break it down because I know folks don't understand what the electoral college is, and I think the shit is hilarious. So I want everybody to go vote. I want them to pick whoever the fuck they want to pick because it doesn't make a difference any fucking way. But I mean, you know,
look, they kind of say the college that they could go to. But it's okay. I didn't go to college either, guys, but I know what that is.
Okay, let's look at this next issue, right? Family and medical leave. Surprisingly enough, Hillary wants to have 12 weeks paid vacation when you have like a family emergency or a kid, like in keeping with the other fucking, you know, technologically advanced civilized fucking nations of the world. Jerry Johnson opposes the shit. Jill Stein, I don't know where the fuck she stands. And Donald Trump is 6 weeks women only. That, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, women are out here voting for this motherfucker, wearing these crazy ass shirts, talking about grabbing by the pussy, and this motherfucker's talking about at your 6 week checkup to make sure your pussy is healed, you need to go back to work after you have a baby.
It's because he wants to grab by the pussy.
Like, wowzers.
Look, so let me, and I didn't, if I looked at this, whatever company you are, I'm sorry, but I believe the company, it was either Google or Amazon, one of them cool ass companies to work for. They end up giving women, I want to say, they let their women, if they have a kid, they give them, I want to say it was like 6 or 8 months off of work. For leave, and studies have shown that it's effective because the women actually come back to work. Typically, a lot of women have kids, and even if they get to 6 weeks, they don't come back anymore. But they start doing this, and it saves them money on training new employees. I forget the numbers, but it was pretty outstanding. But you know, it's funny. I work for a company. And I don't know if I should say it or not, but I work for a company, and because I ain't trying to get, you know, super slammed or nothing. I don't got no money, but fuck it. They didn't give the men their maternity leave. So these guys were had like this one guy just had a kid and he was giving up all his vacation because they didn't do it. And one guy actually had to use his vacation for it because he just had a kid recently as well. But they actually just recently changed the policy, and I want to say it's 2 weeks now. So the guys who took the leave get an extra 2 weeks now because they changed it. I want to say like October 1st.
Yeah, that's how the military is like that too, with the whole, you know, 2 weeks paternity leave, like 8 weeks maternity leave. I personally, I think the shit is it's stupid at the end of the day, because like at the 6 week mark, your kid is like a month and something old. Like that motherfucker still needs you.
Yeah, I feel like when a kid is first born, and I don't have any, so, you know, clearly you guys can speak more on this, but I would even say, just from an assumption point of view, for the first year, you know, at least 8 months, a child needs to be nurtured by his mother. You know, like there's no really way to substitute that. You know what I mean?
I like 6 months. I understand your year, but I 6 months.
I'm just saying I don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Ability to crawl, function, move around, yada yada yada. Yeah. I'll take 6 months. I ain't giving, no, listen, women, y'all not getting a year off. Hell no.
I mean, but if y'all want, write me on the ballot. Kevin Stop for president.
Word.
No, but it's just, like I said, I don't have any kids, so I can't really speak on topics like that without just saying from my assumption from I would assume, because I haven't gone through that process. So I just have to go off of what kind of makes sense. And if 6 months is cool, I'm gonna run with it, because you got like fucking 75 kids, so you know better than me.
Word. Word. I'm not even gonna argue with you. Word.
Look, I'm just saying, once I can't count on 2 hands, it's 2, you know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
I can get the number.
I can dig it. Like the need to nurture and care for an infant, small child, newborn is a necessity. And the fact that a lot of women is having babies and then having to go right back to work, that's not the business. Even if your husband can provide for you or your boyfriend or whoever the fuck. Or even if you got money saved up, you still want to be at the crib, taking care of your kid, not missing your kid, not functioning at work, doing what the hell you're supposed to do because you're worried about what your fucking little ass kid is doing. So yeah, okay. We're gonna move on to the tax thing. Yeah, Hillary wants to lower taxes. Gary Johnson wants to lower taxes for the rich. Donald Trump wants to lower taxes for the rich. Yeah, once again, since most of the folks ain't rich, I don't understand the Trump thing. Okay, in saying all of these things, I have to say I'm not a Hillary fan. I have to put this out there. She did call me a super predator, so I really. Yeah,
no, D. She didn't call you like she called everyone else who wasn't.
Okay, touche. Touche. Way to put that out there. She referred to my counterparts as super predators. Word. I'll take that.
Well, I'm not a fan of either one of them. To be honest with you, I mean it's no secret. Bernie Sanders, that's my guy.
Yeah, it was definitely burning your bus, but I'm just like these are folks that are actually in the running that. Most ignorant people, when they go to the polls, they'll be able to see, what the person is voting on. You know what I'm saying? So, like, another big ticket issue is raising the minimum wage. Surprisingly enough, Hillary is all for raising the minimum wage because she stole some of Bernie's platform to, appease voters. And, everybody else is totally against raising the minimum wage.
Because the rich want to get richer. They don't care about regular people. You know what I mean? Like, let's just call it for what it is, right? And, if they do say they care, for the most part, it's just their votes. They don't care about you, they care about being entitled president.
Now, I gotta chime in on this minimum wage thing, because I actually had a discussion with somebody that shall remain nameless. But yeah, you're talking about.
I was kind of waiting for you to name drop a motherfucker, but I'm gonna let it go.
I was you see, I paused for a minute. I was gonna be like, but I was maybe at the end. Maybe at the end I may throw that name out there.
We're not gonna do that. Don't do that. Look, this is what we'll do, right? Like what one show we'll dedicate it to the minimum wage thing, and then you can call the person, and then we can just smash them.
Oh, okay. Dude, I got so happy. I don't even know. Like, really, I just lost my track of thought. I got so giddy at the thought of just destroying this motherfucker behind. Oh, yes.
Mookie, you know.
I did say giddy, and I think you're right.
I don't understand what's going on right now. I feel like I'm watching Family Guy.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, man.
Let's just say now, Mookie, I have a lot more questions about you to answer after this whole conversation, but go ahead.
We don't say that for later. We gotta.
Go ahead, Mookie. The platform is yours. I'm sorry. I'm out.
No, you're good. You're good.
The minimum wage thing, like, cause I mean, like a lot of people, like I know people from both sides of that fence. Like I really do. I don't respect or agree with their position on not raising the minimum wage. Like, by any stretch of the imagination, because ultimately we're talking about elitism and thinking one job is more important than another job. Because you think you think your sandwich is important when you go to McDonald's, and you don't want there to be an idiot behind the counter fucking up your sandwich, but you mad that this motherfucker's gonna make $15 an hour. If they make $15 an hour, you might get a good fucking sandwich. And then this bitch might not have two jobs where she got to go do some other shit, which would ultimately free up an entire another job, because she typically has two jobs, which would mean there would be more fucking jobs to go have for other people who don't have jobs. And I don't agree with like $15 across the board for everybody. I'm not going to say that at all. Like, if you fucking 18 or below and you still in high school and it's not a full-time gig, you shouldn't make $15 an hour, maybe 10. But if this is your full-time job and you are out of school and you are fucking listed as a full-time employee, you undoubtedly should make fucking $14 to $15 an hour. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Exactly. And that is exactly the same exact argument that I had with that motherfucker. But you know what the thing about it is that you can only hit a dumb person over the head so many times.
No, you can hit dumb people over the head quite often.
I mean, without getting the same results.
Hey, I don't get tired. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think that's where I lack at you guys. Like, because me, I walk away from it. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna argue with a stupid person for so long. I'm like, you know what? Whatever, you know what? I can't change your mind, bitch. Fucking do it. Think what you want to think.
Oh,
there is certain things. Here tell you, because I don't even be entertaining motherfuckers on Facebook, especially on Facebook, because I don't feel like typing that much. But there are certain topics and certain things that, no matter how dumb they are, I'm going to keep arguing because it's something I'm passionate about.
True.
And how dumb they are bothers me. And because I'm passionate, I'm going to be vocal. I mean, I'm opinionated as fuck. I'm sorry, but I am. And actually, you know what? Kev doesn't have opinions. Kev hates facts. Right? Okay, take that, America.
Like, I you know what? See, Mookie, you was like, you get tired of browbeating a motherfucker. I tell you, you remember, like, back in the day, I used to tell you, there's no better time to kick a man than when he's down, because he's closer to your foot.
True.
So just keep kicking the shit out of that motherfucker. This is the reality, because it's easier for you. Just keep kicking. If they're an idiot, just keep kicking. Fuck it.
That's true.
Right. Like,
that's true. I think I'm going to stop this.
Some people are just fucking stupid. Like, let's just be honest. Minimum wage is a really simple concept. At the end of the day, if you're not a business owner, you might want to just shut the fuck up and accept the fact that minimum wage needs to go up. If you're a business owner, I will gladly have the argument against minimum wage with you, because it might make some sense. You might be like, well, it's going to cut into my fucking overall profits and yada, yada, yada. Right, like, that's great. I hear that. But also, we're talking about if you have full-time employees and you don't pay the minimum wage, you're going to have to ultimately allow them to get government subsidies and other things of this nature, which is more taxing on the fucking taxpayer. And now we're having the same conversation about people not taking care of their own responsibilities, but you won't raise the minimum wage. See, they sound stupid too, but they have a leg to stand on in the argument. But if you're just
if you're just general Joe Schmo
and you're saying the minimum wage shouldn't be raised, you're a fucking idiot. Like, cause if people have more money, they're going to spend more money. We know that. Bitches go broke getting weaves in their heads. Let's just be totally fucking honest.
Wait a second. I got something to say.
Oh, yeah, dudes go broke getting tennis shoes and boots. Let me not fucking vilify all women. Okay, dudes are stupid too.
Yeah, fucking bitch ass dudes. Let me go to that real quick. I don't even know why these motherfucking rich motherfuckers are crying anyway. Donald Trump said, I'm smart. I don't pay taxes. So half the rich motherfuckers find loopholes anyway. They just don't like the idea of, you know, they go against it to try to defend something that they didn't even pay for. So my thing is, when I don't pay my taxes this year, hey, why didn't you pay your taxes? Because I'm smart. Donald Trump said that. The fuck? You can't rep me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if they come get me, they better go get him too. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you heard it here first.
And if y'all agree with me, just give some bell money, because, you know, that ain't gonna get me.
Look, Kev, I'm hurting on the bell money, but I'm telling you right now, I'll come get you out. Wink, wink. Like I'm telling you right now, like, look, we're not bailing you out, we're getting you out.
Look, I don't care how you do it. You know, look, all I'm saying is, I feel like right now, I got Chapo homies. Man, I appreciate y'all for that.
Hey, I got you.
You know what I mean? Yo, Chapo and this motherfucker. What up? But I need an elevator too. You know what I'm saying? Because he got one.
Yeah, we got this. Like the bell thing, probably not gonna work because they're probably gonna fucking smash you. But fucking, we might not be able to afford bell, but we can definitely afford what we need to get you out.
Well, hey, maybe Donald Trump can do it with the money he doesn't pay for taxes. Maybe he'll look out.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Donald Trump, right? I don't even want to throw this dude under the bus like that. Did y'all see how much money he lost on his last filing?
No.
Y'all remember my Facebook post, when the Facebook post after the last debate, when I was like 900 million, 300 and something, well, 900 million, 700 and something thousand negative? That was the amount of money he lost.
What?
You see how, look, that shit is crazy.
Look, all I know is when you talk about the father giving you a small loan for $1 million, I can't take it serious.
Oh, no. Listen, it wasn't $1 million. He references it like in today's money. I think it was some shit like 14 or 15 million. Like it was more than $1 million that he was given. I mean, just some money. Yeah. Like,
all I'm saying is I can't take it.
How is that a small?
Well,
how is that a small loan?
Listen, you have to think to yourself. Donald Trump is considered a small business owner because while he has a very lengthy list of investments, they are all compartmentalized into different fucking entities, like his casinos and his hotels and other things. They're separate things, but he is the beneficiary of all of them. So when he talks about small business owners, he's referring to himself. And when they are talking about small business owners, they're talking about people who make upwards of $1 million a year. They're not talking about the mom and pop shop. They're talking about themselves as small business owners. Like if I own 100 casinos, but there's only 10 of them on each of my particular LLC reports, that makes me a small business owner.
Oh, and Donald Trump, you've got to be a dumbass to be openly racist and then put your hotel in the other city and not expect it to get vandalized. That's what you did. I bet. I'm bet.
That's weird. Woo, man. Okay. Let's gun control, right? Okay. To me, gun control is good sight picture and good sight alignment, Stockwell. You know, that's gun control for me. I'm not gonna lie about it. What? Like, hey, look, I'm being totally honest. Like, while my stance on other things may be quote unquote decidedly liberal, make no mistake, you come see me if you want to. Gun control. So, Hillary supports gun control, but I don't think people understand what she means when they're talking about gun control. I think she's talking about the same background checks that clearly are failing now and things like this. And I grew up in a place literally where people bought guns on a regular basis that didn't come from the gun store. So she's talking about disarming normal, average, everyday citizens, and I'm totally against that. But I'm not necessarily against the ideology of that party saying they're for gun control, because I don't necessarily want Joe Schmo down the street with the rebel flag and the beating on his wife charges to get a AK, because he might come to my house. So I think he needs to get a background check. That's my personal belief. Like I'm okay with him getting a background check, because I don't want him to have an AK-47. Y'all, what's y'all take? I'm just curious. And clearly, Donald Trump opposes gun control. Gary Johnson opposes gun control.
That's fine.
Okay. By the way, Jill Stein is the chick who be up at the pipeline vandalizing shit. So clearly, you know what she's saying. Like, she is idealistic as hell. I am all for. She's idealistic.
I am all for the background checks. I'm all for doing stuff like that. But let me just keep it 100. All these dudes out here that's killing people, they're not using guns that they bought. It's nothing to get guns smuggled over the border to Mexico, so they can get whatever kind of gun control they want. The only people who have to have the people who want to protect themselves from people like that. So, but I am all for doing the due diligence, doing a background check. But then again, these background checks are jokes. Let's keep it 100. So, even still, they need to find a way to take a lot of things into consideration, you know, even mental health, you know. And, you know, I'm all for the checks and balances from that perspective. But, yeah, like I said, if I'm going to run around doing some dirt, I'm not going to go buy a legal gun and do it. Because if I got to trigger, it's going to be automatic.
Disclaimer, none of us know where to get illegal guns.
No, I don't know nothing.
Yeah,
I'm a
disclaimer.
computer nerd.
Yeah. So,
But I'm just saying, from what I've seen in the movies, that's kind of how it goes down, you know?
yeah. Like, I've seen enough movies to know that the guy pops his trunk and has an arsenal, and you can purchase it for relatively low prices, sort of like going to Walmart. Yeah. Disclaimer,
Yeah, look,
in the movie.
I've seen stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I can go right into that little, you know what I'm saying, Uncle store, the little car garage and go to the dude there with the little toolbox with the gun in it. I've seen it in the movie first. So that's kind of where, you know, my truth comes from.
Word.
Oh, my bad.
Word. Okay, another big ticket issue is the student debt thing. You know, Hillary is for reducing student debt. Donald Trump has no plan. Gary Johnson opposes it. And Jill Stein, I don't just know where she stands because she doesn't talk about the good shit. Yeah, it's interesting. So we're talking about, like, literally, if you have outlandish debt that you owe for a student loan, you're talking about trying to find ways to eliminate your debt, or at least eliminate the interest on your debt. I think this is genius. Like, right, like it would give more motherfuckers the opportunity to go to school. Like, go ahead, take out a student loan and say you got like a 1%, you know, increase. That would be genius. Like 1 to 7%. That's smart as fuck. Instead of crazy ass like 21.9% interest on a student loan that you're gonna have for like 8 fucking years while you go through school, and then after school is gonna continue to accumulate more fucking money. You end up paying back more money than you ever make in your lifetime. You paying student loans when you did. Your kids is going to be fucking paying your student loans.
Look, people pay to go to school to get a good job, and then people get a good job to pay for school. So, you know, it's just a weird cycle. But honestly, don't even get me started on how much of a joke school is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna rain out today, man, but let's just say that most of the time when you take any type of class in school, even in the military, you go to your little job school, they teach you how to do something a certain way. You get out there, oh no, we don't do it that way. It's like this dumb math. Like they're teaching math now to these kids some kind of weird way that is a longer way to get to the answer, and it's just simple addition, 5 + 2. Oh no, you got to do it this way now, and draw some weird ass fucking arrows up to the number and get some other numbers. And look, I'm not good at math, so that shit confuses me anyway. But school's a joke. I mean, most people don't leave school with knowledge on how to apply it anyway, because they expect you to memorize answers that you're not going to know if you take the test. So you're not going to know what the questions are that you have to remember. You know, and it doesn't even mean you can do a job. I've interviewed people who can answer every question because their ability to retain information that they read is amazing. But when you have to have them think for themselves and do it themselves, they can't do it anyway. So first of all, for the record, and this has nothing to do with it, the school's a joke. Now, back to the topic. I think they should reduce it. I mean, I don't see why people are stuck paying so much money, you know, onto these loans. That's how we got into the housing bubble, you know, because they were doing that with their houses and making people pay arm and a leg and making people buy houses they couldn't afford. You know what I mean? But the problem is schools are business. So what do they do in businesses? They find ways to make more money. They don't care about the consumer. They care about their own pockets. And that's the problem. Okay, I'm done.
Mookie?
I don't know. You know, everything that was said is pretty much, I mean, there's no, he pretty much covered it.
Right, like,
look, my thoughts.
Like, look, you know the crazy shit? Like, Kev will say some shit, and he'll be like, look, I just don't be knowing shit, so I don't be saying nothing. But Kev be saying some shit, yo, right?
Well, Kev got a wealth of, I'm going to use this word, Kev has a wealth of knowledge.
Right? Kev be out there with it. Like, Kev be acting like he ain't out there with it. Kev be out there with it. Like, Kev would be a good politician.
Look, hell no, I don't lie. But look, I don't have a wealth of knowledge. I got common sense and logic. So let's keep it 100. And I'm you know what? I'm not going to say common sense. I have uncommon sense because it's not very common, right? So I got a lot of uncommon sense and logic. So that's all that is. And, you know, based off of how people grade intelligence, I'm not intelligent because I can't pass those standardized tests.
I like it.
I co-sign it.
All right, let's go with you know what? Equal pay. This is a really interesting one for me. Do y'all know what equal pay is?
Are you referring to that men and women and white people and minorities should get paid the same?
Yes.
For the same job?
Yes.
I do know what that is.
Okay.
I've heard of this thing that people think about making a reality. I'm surprised it's not already, but go ahead, continue.
Hillary supports it, once again.
Of course.
Gary Johnson opposes it.
That's weird.
Jill Stein supports it. Donald Trump doesn't have a plan for it. His position is unclear on equal pay.
Look, don't ever mention Donald Trump and equal in the same sentence unless you're saying he's against it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
Donald Trump's position is unclear. So once again, I get to this whole why are women voting for Donald Trump thing. I'm not a woman, so I don't know. I don't understand, and I don't really know too many women that are voting for Donald Trump.
But I hate to be a broken record here, but I'm going to be racist women or stupid women vote for Donald or want to vote for Donald Trump.
And see, that's a good thing, and you need to get a female perspective on it. Like the next time you actually probably should have like a female to come on and give her perspective.
I don't know any. I personally don't know any females voting for Donald Trump.
I thought about it.
I don't know any males openly voting for Donald Trump. You know, I'm sure I'll come, but
openly.
I don't know anybody. I mean, look, voting for Donald Trump is like, you know, people do it, but they don't want to be open about it because they don't want you to know they're racist.
What you're saying is Donald Trump, his supporters are the same people who look around the office and then tell the Dave Chappelle joke with the niggers in it when we not in the office. That's what you're saying. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say the use of the N-word either way with the A or ER would be in my terminology, but if that's how you want to word it, sure. But what I'm saying is the people inside of those chat rooms that do racial slurs on a keyboard, so you can see racism exist, those are the guys voting for Donald Trump. They do it when you're not around and you can't see it, but to your face, they try their best to look normal.
Okay, I'm going to take that. Increased child care assistance. Just so you know, look, okay, listen to this, right? Infrastructure spending, protecting Social Security, increasing child care assistance, collective bargaining, free student tuition, protect the wildlife, low cost drugs for seniors. All of those things are supported by Hillary Clinton, opposed or not spoken of with Donald Trump, wants to be privatized or outright opposes by Gary Johnson. Once again, how does that work? And I'm so not a Hillary fan. She just, you know, is just like, when you talk about the issues, she seems to be a better choice if you have to choose one of the two. Personally, I don't give a fuck who chooses what.
I don't have to choose the two. I'm right to Bernie Sanders in.
No,
Bernie.
Hey, look, I'm digging it, Bernie or bust. But at the end of the day, you just, you know, when people are having a debate, when the debates were on television, when everybody's talking about it, they're talking about Hillary and they're talking about Donald Trump. I keep my opinion to myself because, you know, once again, the super predator comment, and then Donald Trump, you know, he had, in my lifetime, the man has been in court probably like 10, 15 times for outright racial discrimination. I can't support that at all.
And sexual assault.
Yeah,
but,
right. Shit, rape too. Shit. I mean, so.
Look, first of all, I don't care nothing about none of these motherfuckers because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, they both suck. And I was like, oh, you should vote against Trump. So Hillary went by default because you don't like Trump. Right, Bernie Sanders. I can't say that enough. Anyway, people see it's kind of like sometimes when I talk to people, if I want them to give me one of the answers that I want, I'll only give them 2 options. And if you give someone 2 options or 3 options, they feel like they have to pick one of the options given. They don't think for themselves. We're so structured in thinking by process that people forget how to think for themselves. So if you're like, hey, which one do you like better, this or this? I don't like any of them. Well, if you had to pick one of these 2, which one would you pick? Just pick that one then.
Yeah, I get
it. None of them. I can pick my own other shit. I don't want what you're giving me.
People be like, would you rather be shot or stabbed? Neither, bitch. Are you crazy? Neither is my choice. Well, I didn't present that as an option, but it is an option.
Right. So because they're dangled with these choices, people feel the need, I'm just gonna vote against Trump. Write in somebody. Right, look, Bernie Sanders is Trump president. Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, this shit is silly to me. Go ahead, Mookie.
Mookie's like, I'm not saying shit.
I'm good.
Mookie's like, I just want to smoke Newports, and that's it.
Yeah. I just want to live my life. And
you know, like the whole political spectrum and arena is an interesting thing. Like, you know, once the election happens and all of that shit, we can go back to talking about shit that actually affects us and our day to day, and hopefully, you know, somebody might hear something and they're like, oh, they just dropped a jewel, and then they won't be as dumb as they are typically. Hopefully, I mean, if they don't, fuck it. I'll just have more shit to talk about, and we can always fucking have plenty of podcasts and talk super reckless about people because we can, because nobody's gonna do shit in return.
I would never talk about it. I would never do that. That is horrible. We should be very political, and we should be filtered.
Oh, no filter.
How dare you guys? How dare you guys be such?
Hashtag no filter. No that.
And in a different way, just a bunch of straws. Look it up. I bet.
Did you just steal my shit? Word.
Why you was looking? You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey,
you just reached right across the table and just took it off my plate like boom.
Hey. He's foolish. I already knew what was going.
Right. So this is the wrap up. Next time we come to y'all, we will be talking about probably more shit political because we'll still be in the election cycle. And we'll have a special guest. We'll have another special guest besides Mook. You know, expect Mookie to participate quite frequently because, you know, he's the guy and we fuck with Mook. Mook's like little brother. So when we come to y'all,
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, we come to y'all gonna have to understand that we're just gonna say whatever the fuck we want to say, however the fuck we want to say it, to whoever the fuck we want to say it to. So if you do decide to answer the phone when we call, understand you may not like how the conversation goes, especially with all 3 of us on the phone. That could be really bad for someone. But when I call, you see my name on your caller ID, please answer the phone call because y'all are special to me and y'all hold a dear place in my heart.
Hey, fuck them. I got your back.
I think we're done. Yes, sir.